I think if you score right before half, for some reason, it always seems to change momentum a little. You know, I mean, it really shouldn't, but it does seem to. It does seem that a team will elevate if they score right before half. But anyway, yeah, it's good that we scored. Oh, hang on one sec. I just gotta find one. I'll be right back. I gotta get it. Hey, where's Super David? The first thing, there's a great Coug named Ben Cushing, who I wore his thing today, that was in the hospital watching us. So we dedicate this game to Ben, or I dedicate it to Ben, and you know, we're great Coug watched us, and hope you enjoyed the game.
Coach, is this a young fan?
Yes.
How did you guys meet him?
Well, I heard about him. I have not met him yet, but I heard about him, and then of course I think you know, we're touched by the story and wanted to, you know, recognize his situation. Also let him know we appreciate him being a Coug.
Coach, just what can you say about the environment of the game and how much this win means for your program and the guys in the locker room?
It's a great environment. It's a really good environment. The fans were fantastic. Loud the whole game. Exciting matchup. You know, a team the caliber of USC and the tradition that they have, and you know, they've been winning games, a lot of games for over 100 years. So I thought the environment was fantastic. I thought we started a little slow, but then got on track. I thought that the ball didn't really roll our direction the first half, and so we, you know, fought through that, and then you know. But you know, it's always going to be a battle. You play a team that quality.
Coach, you said last week that the visiting team usually has to judge the noise in the crowd. Could you judge that tonight, though? Just was it a special night in Martin?
I think it's pretty loud. I mean, I guess it broke the attendance record or something, and everybody was loud the whole game. And this is a type of game where people are loud the whole game because it's back and forth the whole time, you know.
Like that last play before the half when you guys scored, it was fourth down. Luke came out. Was that a design play where he sort of?
Which one was it?
Fourth and one at the goal when Jamal ran in.
Right. It was third.
After the timeout, Luke came out and he faked the handoff, he faked the pass, and then gave it to Jamal. Was that design?
I'm trying to think. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but
right before the half when you guys scored.
Oh no, that was designed. That entire play was designed. You know, the debate was whether we were going to throw it or run it, but yeah.
Coach, where do you think the momentum changed tonight? What was the turning point for you?
I don't think the momentum ever really changed. I mean, you know, this was a tight game the whole time. You know, I don't think the momentum. I can't think of a time I feel like the momentum changed. You guys may be a better judge of that.
How about when the defense made that goal line stand after Luke's interception?
I think the momentum changed when we recovered the fumble. That's when the momentum changed. You think it's when?
When the goal line stand the defense make after Luke threw an interception?
No, I thought that was a very key point, no question.
What can you say about Jamal's play? He seemed like he was making explosives all out.
Yeah, this was really a good game for him. Without seeing the film, I thought he really did a good job. You know, the other thing is he brings a great deal of energy to the sideline, and people are just excited to be around Jamal. And you know, in a situation like this where, you know, where he's excited and loose and all that, I think it rubbed off on other guys. And then, of course, he played real well. Yeah, he says here he had 91 yards rushing, but so that's pretty good. And then had 5 receptions. So yeah, he had a good day, almost 150 yards.
What can you say of Jihad Woods? I mean, the fact that he made that final strip at the end.
Well, he's been a good player around here for a long time. He's sort of a quiet guy, and you know, he doesn't say much. But you know, he's always hit. He's always hit a ton. I mean, if he hits somebody, he's always just drilled people, and I mean in a fashion that is you know, surprises you. You know, because he just sort of looks kind of like everybody else, linebacker type of guys. And he's just got you know, some people can just generate a great deal of power, and he's one of them. And then the other thing is he's done a good job stepping in, playing early, and doing a good job. It really hasn't phased him much. He's real steady, and for a young guy, I think.
Eric Powell hasn't missed the field goal, hasn't been blocked this season. What can you say about him coming through a few times, and then with obviously the game winner too? Well,
I thought it was very important this game. You know, we had to be able to kick the ball. And I thought, you know, and he was clutch in all three situations. And, you know, really the ones he hit didn't leave any doubt, you know. So I thought he really did a good job kicking. And then he did a good job kicking off, too.
What about the unknown guys that maybe don't get their name called in the media, and people like Logan Tago, Nick Begg, and those guys on the D-line that really fought hard?
Nick's like one of the greatest sideline guys of all time, and you know is in just a great person. You know, Logan, you know, real physical, has gone out there, played physical, and well, a lot of these guys have a lot of roles on special teams and stuff, but I can't just memorize the whole roster. I mean, you guys will have to give me a little better starting point than that, but. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them on special teams today collectively because, you know, that's USC's got great returners, and so, you know, we kept them herded in pretty good.
Mike, does the way the defense has been playing change things for you as a play caller, and whether or not you go for it or whether you kind of punt it away and let your defense handle things?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I mean, there's a few plays that I'd like over, perhaps, you know, but not a lot. I can't say a lot, you know. I mean, there's a temptation at times. If we have a chance to pin them back there, there's a temptation at times to sometimes do that. Sometimes the other thing is you know, we got a pretty good punter to do that too.
How impressed were you just with the defense overall? Obviously, giving Darnold fits the entire night.
Well, I thought they did. I mean, I didn't feel like USC ever got any real consistency. Of course, both offenses, it was very difficult to do. I can't say that we really did across the board, but you know, and I thought they played real steady, and I thought they came up big on third down, especially the second half. And then the other thing, I thought. Well, I thought something else. I thought that, I felt like that, you know, we were stopping them pretty consistently. Only an explosive here, a big play there was really all that we had trouble with.
And then also your evaluation of Luke and his game today?
Thought he played good, because I thought there was a time early in the game that he held the whole thing together, you know, because we were out there just a little eager to be too eager to be out there, and stuff wasn't as precise as it could be. Maybe somebody miss a block, or maybe somebody drop a ball, and he battled some of that himself, but I thought he stayed within himself, did a good job, you know, being patient till the unit settled in, responded. Then I thought we finished the first half real well, and then the second half, I thought we did a pretty good job the second half, other than a hollow spot there somewhere in the third, kind of late in the third. Is like, you know, I mean, then we just became, yeah, you know, sit there and bunt and stuff like that. You know, I'm not a big bunt guy. I mean, we need to swing the bat a little harder than we did there in the middle.
Coach, like Woodstock with your clothes on?
Yeah, that's the first thing that hit me. It's kind of like where you do the dot thing, where I wish I'd invented that, where the guy does just the paint on the dots. And what does this remind you of? Of course, everybody knows what everything reminds you of. Sigmund Freud taught everybody that. But the thing is all I saw out there was a mob of people. I saw a deal on the news thing, or it was photographs, famous photographs of Woodstock, the original Woodstock. There's just a mob of people out there, and the lady says, "Well, what do you see out there right now? What does this remind you of anything?" First thing hit my head was Woodstock, because I'd seen those photographs a day or two ago, and there's just a mob of people out there. And then the other thing was, the adjustment. They put me on the headphone because they couldn't make their way out of the mosh pit, and so they stayed out there, and well, that's how I saw it at the time.
Two more for Coach Kyle.
Coach, how does this compare to some
Plus,
of
I need a haircut too, so that's even kind of what he's talking
How does
about.
this compare to some of the big games that you've won in your career? I mean, is this up there?
Yeah, it's up there, but you know, you don't have any time to really, you know, I'll enjoy it tonight. I mean, it's exciting. I'll enjoy it tonight. I'll probably enjoy it a little bit in the off season, but you know, we play a great team next week too.
Last one for Coach.
Is it tough to kind of get the guys to calm down and move on after a big win like this?
You know, I shouldn't. It shouldn't be. I hope it isn't. I mean, if it is, then you're just trading one for the other. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, if you don't get your feet back on the ground, then you're just trading one game for the next game. You know, if you're not mentally right for the next game, then yeah, this was a big one, and the other one, you know, you let yourself down. So we'll see how tough we are, I guess.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
We'll be
Coach.
right in.
All right.